Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for jumping on board. Derek from Educate for Protection. We had our Monday night meeting last night to warn the people of New South Wales. You have two choices, two, coming up on Saturday about the local government elections for New South Wales. I'm making it very clear. You have two choices, which is going to make a very, very important impact with what's going to happen with councils going forward. 4 weeks, sorry, 5 weeks after New South Wales goes through and does their local government elections, Victorians will be doing the same thing, and we'll be voting, and votes will be closing off by the 25th of October. So I'm going to double check these dates, but New South Wales and Victoria, the two biggest states by population, are going to be going to the polls. Sometimes people can go and vote in person, or you can do it by postal vote. I've been corrected last night. And you will be making a decision of giving ICLEI and the United Nations full control of our country. I can't make it any simpler than that. I showed you the papers last night of Christine Anderson, a German member of the European Parliament, who said that they're going to use local government as a weapon to enforce climate action. It doesn't get clearer than that. When I'm giving you a German politician telling you ICLEI from her country is the entity to control your council. So New South Wales people, you can do whatever you like with this video. If you vote in your council, you've just signed us off into climate change. In a month after that, Victorians will be going down the same pathway. Queenslanders already did it. They didn't hear the call. They voted. They said, no, it's just too hard. Because it's all too hard for Australians at the moment. Just vote. Just let the cancer grow, and then we'll deal with complaining afterwards. Because what I found out last night gave me a wake-up call. Why we're not doing anything about the solution? Because we're still stuck 25 years ago, listening to people who've never been to court and have never written an affidavit and don't even know what they're talking about. Excuse me. Still trying to fight off the flu. So that's coming up 14th of September in New South Wales. Our friends in New South Wales are voting to validate the 14th World Congress, the World Conference on Smart Cities, held 3 days before your national referendum vote. Isn't that convenient? And I had people in Sydney who could not find that conference in Sydney, and we looked and we looked and we could not find any trace. It was all kept behind closed doors. I've got the video, it's not the video, I've got a snapshot of their website. It sounded like some fantastic public event that anybody could go and turn up and see all these public speakers and enjoy the partying. It was about lockdowns. It's about lockdowns. Do you not hear me? It's about lockdowns. It starts this weekend in New South Wales. It's going to finish on the 25th of October in Victoria. When they get their way and you vote, you're giving them permission to lock us down. Think about this while you're thinking about, do you watch the footy or the rugby? Apparently, I've got a team in both Victoria and in New South Wales, which is in the finals, which don't even know who the captains are, don't know anything. But people tell me, oh, Derek, your team's in the finals. Great. Like, that's going to change my life. Even if they win, it's not going to make any difference to what's going to happen to us. That's number one. Then, number two, I showed you what we're doing with Alan Roy. Alan Roy is a wonderful man. He and his wife have trusted me when he could not get a lawyer. Sorry, liar. Because I actually saw two of them in a court case, in a court hearing one day. I probably could not differentiate them between a second-hand car dealer and these liars who lied in court. And Alan is fighting for his freedom. And he's trusted me with doing the paperwork to exposing the corruption, which they're concealing, because they've got to get a conviction any way they have to do it, even if they have to lie, cheat, and steal. Last week, after going through the process with notifying in an affidavit Judge Ian Press, Press, as in pressing a button, who said, I have got your affidavit, I've received your interlocutory application. What's an interlocutory application? It's a break to a court process to have a chance to make an amendment of what's happened. He's accepted our paperwork because I know what I'm doing in a courtroom now. The paperwork's gone through, recorded, on record, but he's going to go ahead to make a final decision, even though we exposed the court that they do not stand under the King's crown, imperial crown. That's important, imperial crown, which is above his head. It's a beautiful big logo of the King's royal seal, the imperial crown, the lion and the unicorn. And Alan asked one question. Does the court and the King's Counsel barrister have an oath of allegiance or an oath of office? And I was in the courtroom and the judge said, I decline to answer your question. If the common law people got this, we can unite and we can fix this problem, because that's called treason. Treason is a breach of an oath of allegiance. I've been saying this since May 2023. No judge, no barrister, no lawyer, liar, no prosecutor stands under your Prime Minister. And still there are people peddling the Constitution. I said, I've been trying it for 8 years. And I keep on getting the same pushback answer. We don't do the Constitution, Mr. Balog. Don't call me that thing. I'm not dead. I don't do necromancy. I don't dance in the cemetery at 2 a.m. I don't worship Satan. And I have said that in court. We've got our papers together. Over 20 people. And I showed my list to demonstrate that we're not playing games anymore. But everybody's sitting on their hands doing this. Just waiting. I don't know what they're waiting for. I'm begging for help and it's not happening because everybody's sitting back and watching. We've sent our papers off to the Prime Minister, the Foreign Minister, Penny Wong, who happened to see at the airport in Adelaide, because she's from South Australia, and I looked at her and I gave her a strong stare, and she put her head straight back down and she went straight past me. And I thought, you miserable thing. We've given it to Don Farrell. You're de facto taking over the Governor General's position, Special Minister of State, Malandari McCarthy, the new Indigenous Affairs Minister, Jacinta Price, Indigenous Affairs spokesperson for the Liberal Party,